Welcome, dear listeners. Today's podcast on the Grief Relief podcast is choosing joy. It's a path to healing and strength. And choosing joy is within us. It's never without us. It's never something that we are missing. It's about igniting it and choosing to express, live, and embrace joy each and every moment of the day. The power in choosing to be happy, even when life has dealt us one of our deepest blows, when we've suffered the loss of someone that we love dearly. And that life, if this person was in our life every single day, it means a complete change of our roles in that relationship, as well as our day-to-day living. And this is a phenomenal thing to recognize, that when we lose this person that we love so dearly, everything about our life changes, including our plans and dreams for the future. So choose happiness. Grief is devastating. It contains all of life's top stressors. They're all negative. This means that as we embody these emotions, we actually feel them in our body. Our energy is low. Our perception is narrow. We may take smaller steps. It's hard to breathe. I get it. I've been there. I've been down on my knees and praying for relief and praying for surrender. And as I did that, I actually did feel that grace of God come down and offer me that comfort. But where I want to spend some time today is in introducing the transformative power of a joyful mindset, regardless of what we're going through and the weather. We can reflect on a commitment to living a life of joy, especially during these deep moments of grief and loss. And if you're going through the first, I get it. All the special occasions, the anniversaries, those moments that are recalled can really bring you down. And so I send you love and grace if you're in that moment now, and to also encourage you to just open yourself to the possibility that happiness is actually awake inside you. I encourage you to find what I call a rainbow moment. So a moment in your life that always brought you joy. For me, it's recalling holding my grandchild for the first time and just seeing that little face look up at me, and the warmth of their body in my arms, the weight, the size, and just that aroma of a newborn baby. It was, you can see if you're watching me on video, that it just brings a smile to my face. So joy and happiness live within us all the time, and we can ignite it in an instant by recalling a moment of joy from the past. So this is where I encourage you to go on those deep, deep moments. Take a moment to breathe, to slow your breath down. This actually tricks your brain into thinking that you are in a much more peaceful place. And so just the act of breath can be a powerful tool for you while you're in these moments. It switches your physiology. And then what we want to do is we want to switch what you're focusing on. So we are what we focus on. And so again, by bringing our breath into a state of slowness, we can also do something as simple as focus on what it actually feels like to breathe physically. So notice the temperature as it enters through your nose, and then exhale over your tongue and through your lips, and notice the difference in temperature, the difference in moisture. Feel your chest cavity expand, and then imagine, that path that came in through your nose, down your esophagus, into your chest cavity. You actually, can feel your rib cage expanding and relaxing. And then you imagine the path from there. So you can actually visualize it going into your heart, where the oxygen mingles with your blood, gets all mixed up like a beautiful apple pie. And then it gets pulsed into your arteries, capillaries, and magnificently drops into every single cell of your body. So by doing this visualization, you're focusing your mind. The other neuroscience aspect about that is when we're focusing on our breath, we're actually in the moment. And so I encourage my clients to notice that they're in the moment, and are they physically at risk? And I hope the answer is no. So you can feel your feet on the floor, maybe your bum where you're sitting, your back resting against the chair, your hair on the side of your face, if you have glasses, maybe on the ridge of your nose. And you can take a look around and say, well, the lights are on, the heat is working, the cat is purring, and actually I'm okay right in this minute. So by drawing your attention towards your breath and focusing on these small details, which don't require a lot of energy, but does require intention, by slowing down your breath, you're changing your physiology from a stress and grief mode. But what it's doing is it's reducing your stress naturally and easily, because we find anxiety and stress when we think too far into the future, or when we're recalling what's happened from the past. And so this is a tool that I'm gifting for you today. Parts of the lessons of living life in joy. So I shared a story of Willis in earlier sessions, his wisdom, his life motto, and encourage you also to choose happiness, even when happiness is facing a storm. So the story, I believe, was most likely I had been sick during his illness. And I felt my own irritability rise up, and I could feel myself wanting to, just feel irritable, act out irritably. And luckily I checked myself, because I had this awareness, this sense of awe that, he had been sick for so long, like in bed, chemo, throwing up. If you've been in the chemo, or you're caregiving for someone who's going through these really awful treatments, hopefully doing some good, but often creating really sick days, weeks, months. How do they maintain their sense of calm? How does someone maintain their sense of happiness? And so I said to him, honey, I want to thank you for being such a good patient. And he said to me, Adele, I made a choice. I made a choice. If I was going to die, I was going to do it with kindness, not only for myself, but for everyone around me. And I thought, wow, that was a testament to his strength, his inner determination. And I have to say, he kept his word. He never said an unkind word in those 10 months from diagnosis to death. And I just don't know if I would be capable of that myself. But we understand, when we have these inspiring people in our lives, and these inspiring moments to look back upon, to understand that joy isn't just a fleeting moment, but it's a daily choice that we make even during our darkest moments. And so, I send you grace, but also recognizing that your grief is a pathway to profound understanding, not only of yourself, but of humanity. And maybe today, just that moment to reflect on the understanding that grief doesn't signal the end of your joy, but a journey towards a deeper understanding of it. Exploring the concept of growing through pain, discovering the resilience that I know you are. It is a deep human gift that we have. And I send you and have compassion for you in and during this process. I also want to unveil the treasures within grief. The treasures within grief, can you even fathom? But they are. Maybe explore the idea of disentangling from the pain, the regret, the sadness, the shouldas, and rediscovering these precious treasures within ourselves. They are there if we seek them. So then explore, even have a conversation with yourself, how these experiences make yourself a more compassionate and resilient person. And it may even lead to a newfound awe of yourself or an appreciation of what life really is. Life isn't all about joy. There's this old saying, as we couldn't experience joy if we didn't experience sorrow, that the two are so intertwined, like life and death. They're part of the same thing. They really are a continuum. And so I carry my wisdom forward, and I encourage you to jot yours down and carry yours forward too. Share your personal experience of embracing each new day with gratitude, determination, and leaning on the side of joy. It's a remarkable thing that can turn the tide from grief into joy. I often reflect how Willis's spirit to live a life of love and joy, laughter, and choosing that for both of us was a gift. I honor his life and his life lessons today. And then I take the strength in that and I choose joy for myself. The significance of choosing joy, what it does inside your mind, what it does inside your physical body, not only honoring the person that we love so deeply and always will, but the loss and the discovery of strength that came from that. I emphasize that we face the deepest of life's challenges. We all will. And choosing joy is not just an act of personal empowerment, but it's a source of personal empowerment. And so I encourage you listeners, my dear friends, if you're struggling today, to reach out. I'm an expert at choosing joy, finding gratitude, embracing life, and honoring the lessons that we've learned from those we've lost and the losses that have lasting impact on us. But we can have that experience of these deep emotional traumas without the pain and the wisdom that arises out of that, the strength and endurance and resilience and joy that results from that pain is real. And I can take you there. Connect with me. I am Adele Anderson from Life Coach Adele. I'm a death doula, a homeopath, a NLP trainer, so neuroscience trainer, and I'm here for you. So please reach out at yes@lifecoachadele.com. Our first session is just a conversation and it's free. I'm here for you with all my heart. And until we speak in person, stay well out there. Bye now.